Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. With that, let's get you up to Nashville and Nissan Stadium. For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, sixth-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
Down, 30 base.
54 Mike. Target.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Off play action, it's Minshew. And the catch good, it's Eifert. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. On second down, Minshew, his throw incomplete. And the offensive unit now for the Jaguars.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the two guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Minshew throwing on third down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jack Crawford with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. It felt like he was in the pocket all day, never got rid of it.
And when you have that much time, you've got to either find someone open or get rid of it, because with that amount of time to throw the ball, that means the offensive line's done a really nice job.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Adam Humphries deep for the Titans. Titans coming hard, and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So the very rare blocked punt, scooped and returned for a touchdown. What an exciting play. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Ready, set.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jayon Brown came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
55. Me and you all day.
Ready.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. The starting defense for the Titans.
Kenny Vaccaro is an excellent player. Can cover in the slot, but his best attributes, tackling people and rushing the quarterback.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Push him back. Push him back.
A quick throw complete to Chark. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No yardage.
Okay.
So third and long, here's Minshew. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here's Logan Cook now. And remember, he had his first punt blocked. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They're led out by their strong-arm quarterback out of Texas A&M, and that's Ryan Tannehill.
And many believe that Ryan Tannehill is ready to fulfill his promise. Been in the league a little while now, been through some ups and downs, some bumps and bruises, but the talent is evident. Can run it, can throw it, and I think now he's ready to be a great leader.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now first and 10 at the 20.
Here I come.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now second and 4.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
They'll try the right side with Henry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. And we roll now on the graphics for the offensive starters.
Let's take a look at the left tackle, Taylor Lewan. A big, gregarious guy with great athletic ability. Plays the game with a little bit of an edge. In fact, he doesn't play to the whistle. He plays to the echo of the whistle.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Get it.
Derrick Henry breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he's got this down to the 35. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
out to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready?
Now Tannehill. It's caught. Smith. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run with Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And the big meat on the D-line. We'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Set, ready? 18, Gator.
I don't think you got it, son.
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. The open man is Smith. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Now.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Their confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Tannehill on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
59 mark.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And it's caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up.
Now it's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And this one complete to Smith. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Joseph is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So you're a boxing guy. How do you score that on your boxing card? A very long drive, but 3 points.
And I really want to do my boxing analyst voice right here, but I'm going to keep it normal for us, right? I call it a draw. That type of a drive has to feel good, right? You take it all the way downfield, you control the ball, control the clock. But they only got 3 points out of it. So defensively, it could have been worse, right? So I give it a draw.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
Ready?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, here we go.
Fournette running out of the gun. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Minshew sets to throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Here's Logan Cook now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the 2nd level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Complete. Smith has it. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Tannehill now 8 of 8 throwing the ball in this 1st quarter. It's 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game. Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Tannehill now already over 100 yards passing in just this 1st quarter. It's 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. $10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the 2nd quarter, and he's been really quiet. I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started. He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. Minshew, 1st and 10. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Minshew got his man. It's Eifert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Here we go. Set. 10 Lobo.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, You've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Here we go. 50, plant. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep it. Clear. 54,
on the run, it's Fournette. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Come on, let's go.
Here's Minshew. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that would be incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now after the made field goal, back out Lambo to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, That doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it's 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Get off the field.
2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, and it's 3rd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now a pass hauled in downfield and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Running jet sweep here, Humphries. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Tannehill. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
Down. 18 Gator.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun is Minshew. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
The previous play is under review. After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
This Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on second and goal.
Here we go.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? Josh Lambo now for the point after. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They begin with Henry. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Tannehill. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. It was Quincy Williams with a tight coverage there.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here, and I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Come on, set. 90, wolf. Block 54, block 54. Watch the run. Shut up.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Here we go.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Come.
After you.
Get it. Ready.
On 2nd down, Minshew. And his throw is incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now Minshew. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet.
While making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch. The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Minshew throwing on third down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Completes it to Davis. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
Pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
They'll toss it to Henry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Tannehill. It's caught. Smith. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
54 Mike. Watch the slant.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. A pass there complete to Westbrook, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Going right side here, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. That one complete. He finds Shark. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All day, every day, any day.
It'll be Minshew again. And the catch good. It's Eifert. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Open man is Westbrook, complete. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
54. Let's go, D. Big Sears right.
Here we go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
My good friend, I'm just going to pose the question to you. Did that look like a pass that he should have thrown?
Now, the rookie probably needs to be a little bit more careful in these situations.
Yeah, that throw would turn him into a veteran quicker, but not in the way that he wants. He wants to learn his lessons by making good throws, not throws like that.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. They'll get that to Fournette, complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. This is Fournette. Powers through again. And he probably should have been down earlier, but they do finally get to him 3 yards short of the line to gain. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will knot things up here late in the first half. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
On the ready.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this one complete to Smith. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Set up. 60 outlaw. Get it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he's got this down to the 35. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Second half begins with a run by Henry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Henry. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And it's complete. Henry. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go. 18 Gator. 59. I'm trying to cut the go.
A first down carry for Henry. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Tannehill. He completes it to Henry.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Tannehill. And that's caught by Smith. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They come out here in the eye.
Check 56. Hey, we got to get the stop here, D.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Nice touchdown, baby.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Joseph on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A 10-play drive that time. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Joseph now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run with Fournette. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get in that hard. Check 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Good track, good track.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Open man right side is Shark. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. Let's go. You don't want me. Keep gripping.
Now Fournette, and an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That's complete right around the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now whistles here. And I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. So that'll back him up 5.
Still 2nd down.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. And he's got it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
What we got?
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. The kick by Lambeau is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a first down throw. Tannehill completes it to Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now it's Tannehill. Looking deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 36 yards on the play.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
4 down, 4 down.
Shoot. Again, Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown there to make the grab. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Joseph now to add the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go. Now.
Fournette. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A handoff to Fournette. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's a give to Fournette. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
50, plant.
Watch my board. Switch up, switch up. Let's go.
Deferring to Armstead on the draw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, again, they go with Armstead. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Down. 60 outlaw.
54. 3 buds, 3 buds.
Sit up.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now Minshew. Got his man. It's Eifert. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Fournette running out of the gun. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Out of the gun is Minshew. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So out comes the field goal team once more. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run it again with Henry. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Tannehill. And caught by Henry. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And fights through one man. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The Titans on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. The open man is Smith. That one goes for 24 yards.
Let's go.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Ready.
59, Mike. Check, 59. I'm coming after you. Check three.
Five.
They'll run on first down. Henry. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
The Titans on third down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 6. Derrick Henry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Ready.
Now it's Henry. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
Pull it together.
Tannehill now to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Miles Jack came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
They'll run with Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. It was Quincy Williams with a tight coverage there.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Joseph is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Joseph now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
A pass complete here to Conley. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Conley, 73 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. And you've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin with Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Joseph on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Joseph now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Get it.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Going deep for Eifert. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Ready?
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
You ready?
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go, here we go.
Here's Minshew. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Off play action, it's Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Set. 10 Lobo.
54. Right. 54. Go.
Right. 54. Deep grip. Deep grip.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Leonard Fournette. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep his...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Al Woods able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Minshew sets to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, 46 yards. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 4. 1:55 remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down.
Ready? 18, Gator.
56. Bring it. Bring it.
Draw play. This is Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game.
56, right there. Go.
He's back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now it's Tannehill. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on fourth down.
He's not going to get me.
They snap it to Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. On first down, it's Henry. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Now Tannehill saying let's get to the line.
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check. Get it.
Tannehill now to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Back to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Tannehill. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I can't believe they even let you play.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Nashville.